What's going on, everybody? Tyson VS Card Hub. And just in time for Christmas, I'm going to be ripping into some Donruss. We're continuing our downtown hunt. I've noted it before. I still had some of the holiday blasters on hand that I, picked up before, never opened. I still got some of the regular blasters. I figured, why not? It's almost Christmas. I'm about to get a grading submission out, probably go out either right around Christmas-ish. And, yeah, see if we can get a downtown to include in there. So I've got 4 of the regular blasters, 4 of the holiday blasters. Had these sitting on the shelves for a little bit, had the holidays blasters left over from when I ripped them before, and I just never actually went through and ripped everything. So I figured, you know what? Why not just do them all at once? Everyone kept saying the holiday blasters were really good and they found a lot of stuff in there. And I will agree for last year's holiday blasters. So far this year, I've not found anything really exciting in the holiday blasters. So I figured, why not? I've still got 4 left. Why not go in there and see if we can spread a little cheer? Start getting these boxes out of the way. So far this year, the holiday blasters were kind of skunky. I showed them before on the checklist and kind of made note that the holiday blasters this year, they note that you'll get 1 non-base card every other pack, which is kind of not the best, just because, when you're trying to get stuff out of there and they are already guaranteeing you a green and red optic preview and an ugly sweater card, that's pretty much your non-base cards. And yeah, they're just kind of Panini's kind of throwing you to the wolves on those holiday blasters. And pretty much anything beyond those guaranteed cards is pretty much a bonus at this point. So yeah, hopefully one of these holiday blasters that I've had, hopefully it's got a downtown in there. Would love to see it. We've already got our color blast back there. That one's going to be heading out to grading. I've had the calipers and everything out. That thing is like, that color blast is like dead center. It's kind of crazy. So I'm hoping it, gets a decent grade. Also got the Wemby to 10 is probably heading out. And I'm kind of conflicted. I've been measuring that Bonex manga in the back. That one is pretty dead on. Like when I sent it out to PSA and it got a 9, I have no idea why it got a 9. Obviously PSA doesn't give us grades, so you're kind of stuck guessing and wondering why they gave you your grade that they did. Because to me, it seemed like it was pretty dead on. But, I don't know. I've been measuring it out. I'm thinking about sending it back. Not PSA this time. Not sure who I'm going to go with, but yeah. Possibly cracking it and trying it again. So, we'll see. Let's get into it. Trying to keep the intro short just because 8 boxes. This is going to be a little bit longer one, but we are going to kind of fly through this a bit. Obviously, base cards. There's our Dominators. I'm just going to make a massive pile over there. So yeah, we'll get through it and kind of see what we got. And like I said, I want to see something for Christmas. Give me an early Christmas present here. I already count myself lucky with that color blast just because, yeah, it's something I didn't hit any last year and thought they were pretty rare, which they are. Ooh, Ashton Genty. That'll probably go in the PC. They're fairly rare, and yeah, actually being able to hit one this year was kind of amazing. So let's follow it up with a downtown. A downtown would be sick. So yeah, typical Donruss design. I'm going to pull out all my inserts and stuff. And other than that, base cards just going in a pile and probably getting donated here. I've got probably 2 big old 5-row shoe boxes that are just filled with just base cards. I want to make sure mainly I don't miss an autograph or something. A white hot rookie Genty. Got a bunch of stuff back there too. That's also heading out for grading. When I did my last grading submission to SGC, which was 100 cards, I had another probably about 60 or 70 on deck. that I kind of went through and was shifting stuff around on what I wanted to actually send out. Got a bunch of PC stuff in there, so I'll probably get to see me do some grade reveals on some of my PC stuff. I know I got a bunch of Frank Thomas cards in there. Frank Thomas is probably my biggest PC. I've been collecting cards of his since I was a kid. So yeah, that's one of those ones there. I've got a one of the like flawless briefcases from Panini from years past. And I've got that thing just stacked with Frank Thomas cards. We got Trey Harris. Actually gotten a little bit of playing time lately. The other big excitement lately, besides Christmas on the way, so I'm in 3 different fantasy leagues, fantasy football leagues, and ooh, Galaxy of Stars, Jaden Daniels. That's one of the short prints. I think that's possibly one of the case hits. I know last year it was one of the case hits, which hopefully that doesn't mean that I'm not getting a downtown. That's a solid hit. Yeah, the Galaxies of Stars last year were at least a short print, possibly case hit. I have to look back at the boxes. Sweet. We'll take a Jaden. Kind of sucks that he's been out. I think the Commanders need to just shut him down for the year. Like, tried to bring him back and ended up hurting his elbow again. Yeah, it's not his throwing elbow, but like, you don't need to be trying to hurt that dude. Commanders have not been looking good, so. But yeah, fantasy football. I'm in 3 different leagues between work. I've got a dynasty league that I've been in for like 10 years, somewhere in there. Been a long time. And then I've got one, just a family league. It's a small family league. The family league, oh my goodness, I'm like 3-11 or something. Like, I went into it thinking I had a great year, and even like, you know, I had people in the league going, man, your team's amazing. And then like we actually got around to the season. Yep. My team is just crashed and burned. Like, I've got nothing. Work week I did good. I did okay. Middle of my season was rough and just kind of rough and tumbled, and didn't really do the best in the middle of the season, which kind of sucks. Just knocked my base pile over here, not paying attention. So yeah, my work league, I'm sitting there, I'm playing for 4th place in the 4th place game. But my dynasty league, so I had pretty much given up because I was like, oh, you know, going into week 12 or whatever it was, I was like, man, I'm in, you know, 6th or 7th place. I had kind of taken my foot off the gas. I was looking at, you know, guys to pick up for next year, just because it is a dynasty league and you get to keep all your players from year to year. So I was like, all right, you know, I'm just going to start picking up guys for next year and stash them on my bench. So I played week 13, I think, with no kicker. I ended up losing by like 8 points or something, 6 or 8 points. Well, after week 13, I was looking at the standings, and I was doing the math, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, we haven't locked up the playoff positions yet. So I started looking into it. Come to realize that we don't lock up playoff positions in that dynasty league until later in the season, because we have a week 16 and 17 playoffs and championship. So come to find out, even at 6th place, I was actually still in the running for the playoffs. So week 15 last week, I think it was, last week, kind of forgetting which week I'm in. There's Jackson Dart. Sitting there like, oh, you know what? I better, you know, actually put in some guys. Ended up just demolishing the guy I was playing against, which worked out perfectly because it bumped me up to 4th place. There's now a 3-way tie for 4th place, and if I win this week, then I'm in the playoffs. So, kind of moral of the story, now that I've rambled on about it, never count yourself out early. one of those things like don't celebrate, don't give up too early. Because, yeah, I was ready to just kind of throw in the towel and ride off into the sunset. Come to find out, I'm actually still in it. So if I would have played that week 13 and actually had a kicker in my lineup, I probably would have locked up a playoff spot already. But you live and learn. It's one of those things. I think I was kind of getting it confused because I'm, like I said, I'm in so many leagues that, or I guess, not so many, but I'm in 3 leagues. And all the other ones have already picked up playoff spots. Forgot that one went so deep. So yeah, nothing too crazy. There's Jack Besh. Rookie Revolution. Getting down towards the end. Try to make this a little bit quicker just because, we've opened up Donruss a bunch. We've already opened up the mega boxes. We've opened up the blasters. And yeah, at this point, we're looking for the... trying to grab our downtown for the year, hopefully. Or a downtown. At least with the Holiday Blasters, you do get the optic previews in each box. You get the red and green, which is kind of nice. It's a nice little bonus along with the ugly sweater cards. Marion Hampton. But other than that, it's your typical Donruss fare. Lots of paper cards, lots of base cards. It's a better quality absolute. Alright, last pack of the regular blasters. Like I said, I got that Galaxy of Stars, and with that, I'm kind of curious if that was our case hit, which means no downtown out of here. Yeah, like I said, I believe those last year were case hit. See what Shedeur does. Shedeur has been named the starting quarterback of the Browns for the rest of the year. So, let's see if Shedeur kind of proves everybody wrong, proves the haters right. This week's going to be a terrible week. We'll see. Tien. So yeah, Holiday Blasters, I don't know. Kind of wish they added a little bit more to them. But the preview is good. The optic preview is good. You do get the red press proofs. Hoping the fact they got to marinate on the shelf a little bit kind of helps them out. That's kind of another, kind of that hopium. Some RJ Harvey, we'll take it. Got a couple RJ Harveys back there. Dude's been looking good. The Broncos as a whole, those guys, they're, sorry Broncos fans, but they're like probably one of the most fraudulent winning teams right now. The defense keeps them in the games, and then for some reason they happen to get lucky. It's kind of crazy. They get lucky like every game right at the end of the game and somehow pull it off. Here's our ugly sweater. We're looking at a little Quinshawn Judkins. That's actually a nice sweater. Nice 3-color patch on the Judkins. Yeah, the Broncos, they're fun to watch sometimes when they're not kind of playing terribly. But it's kind of crazy. Like, they just look like they're stuck in the mud most of the time, and then all of a sudden they just end up pulling it off. There's Jalen Milroe. We'll take that. End up pulling out wins for, yeah, whatever reason. But hey, you can show off a little bit of jealousy just because the Raiders, yeah, Raiders just need to look at next year. Got shiny, but not the shiny we want to see. Myles Garrett. There's approximately one box down. Jahdae Barron on the throwback. Oh, there we go. Got an autograph of Jordan Morgan, signature marks. We'll take that. It's probably one of the first auto I pulled out of at least the Holiday Blasters. Jordan Morgan for the Packers. We'll take it. It's not a downtown, but we'll take it. Another sweater. We're looking at Abdul Carter. There's a Monra. Pulled a lot of Monra this year. Got the 101 out of Revolution. Got the Monra case hit out of Luminance. Yeah, been on the Monra heater this year. Kyle Williams. Red and green. Monra's been doing pretty good, at least when he's not hurt. He was doing good for my fantasy. But yeah, he's been kind of banged up off and on. Kind of going back to fantasy, I'm kicking myself. I actually had a trade offer earlier this year of trading away a Monra and Chase Brown for Jahmyr Gibbs and Ladd McConkey. And I went back and forth a ton. I was like, well, you know, it's a 1-for-1 on both receiver and running back. Looking back on it, should have taken it. Because Gibbs is absolutely unreal. There's Cam Ward, Elite Series. And I think if I would have taken that trade and actually had Gibbs and McConkey, man, I probably would have been in the playoffs in that league. Because I got really beat up when CeeDee Lamb went out early in the season and was just trying to survive the middle of the season, and that's when it was just kind of didn't go well. We'll say that, which is unfortunate, but that's fantasy football for you. Another rookie back here. Can add Matthew Golden on the rookies. That was all base pack. I was expecting something out of there. Sure I didn't skip a... Make sure I didn't skip an autograph there. That's the problem with these Holiday Blasters. Showed it off before, but yeah, you can get some of these packs that are just... You're getting nothing out of them. Rookie sweater. Ooh, dual. Up for the Titans. Look at those sweaters. Cam Ward and Alec Ayamanor. Got some of the red fuzzies from his sweater over here. Very nice. Dual sweater there. I think Cam Ward, if they keep building the team around him and give him a chance, he has a chance. Like, Cam Ward hasn't played bad. It's just the team that they have is... Yeah, the Titans are not conducive to really good football play this year. But Ward himself actually hasn't played terrible. He hasn't done like dumb stuff that you're just like, man, this guy... Be like, this guy doesn't have it now. He hasn't done all that. Kittle. I think the other big one that is flying under the radar, most accurate rookie QB in the league this year, Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck's got like a 68% accuracy rate, completion rate. Like, he's actually blowing everybody else out of the water, which is kind of crazy. Dude's actually looking really good. Everybody said, you know, Tyler Shuck, not a pro, not going to be good, not going to make it. He's actually doing really well. The Saints themselves, they're just like the Raiders, need an offensive line. They've got good receivers. Kamara's getting a little old. Devin Neal's been showing out pretty good. But yeah, Shuck has actually looked fairly good this year, which is kind of crazy. Because yeah, everybody just dogged on him coming into the year, coming out of the draft, coming into the season. Said, yeah, Tyler Shuck, not accurate, doesn't have the pro material or the pro, you know, stature and all that stuff. You know, big dude, older guy. But yeah, everybody counted him out. All right, 2 packs left. Like I said, tried to make this somewhat quicker just because we have opened the Donruss before. Our final, should be our final rookie sweater. A little Caleb Johnson on the 3-color sweater. Last pack. So there we go. There's another 4 holiday blasters. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get that Hail Mary at the end here. Super sad. Looking at Keandre Lambert Smith on the red and green is our final hit. So there you go. I've now opened, what, 8, 9, 10 holiday blasters this year. All I have to show for it are some rookie sweaters, some red and greens. Yeah, I either got like the coldest holiday boxes or yeah, Panini really toned them down this year. So there we go. 8 Donruss blasters. Thank you for hanging out. Unfortunately, no downtowns. I don't know if I'm going to keep ripping Donruss because yeah, it's not treating me very well this year. So who knows, maybe I'll try and do some more mega boxes because those ones do have a few more hits, at least as far as inserts and stuff. So anyways, thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you kind of enjoyed me rambling just for a little bit and ripping some Donruss. And, you know, I've got 4 giant stacks of base cards over here. Might go in somebody's stocking somewhere. Thank you again. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all next time.